Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 18 Week 9 BearCave games. We are back a little bit delayed, but we are here for another round of SFA action. 18 seasons, Week 9, we're on the road to conference championships. As always, thanks for the sub, Cam. 17 months for the Beanie Babies. As always, though, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You jump in at any time, claim a team. You can set the program tendencies, playbooks. You can recruit in the Discord, and then you can compete in server games for rewards and build your way to a national championship. Oh, my mic went out. I'm back. But links are in any of the descriptions. If you want even more content, you can check out patreon.com/the SFA. We had a wild watch party this week, 4 overtimes. If you want to check that out on YouTube a little bit later. Oh, got pizza in here. Florida man. Coach Fi has a big game day today as he subs 20 months straight. Thank you, Coach Fi. So, yeah, big day today. How about the Gators? Yeah, the Omahogs finally won a sim. So, a lot of good stuff. Let's get on into BearCave, though. We have a stacked slate today. And I don't know what's going on. My mic is out. So, I might have some mic issues today. I was late today just because of some missed TC stuff. Also, the first is by far the worst day of the month for me at work. So, I've been slamming, going crazy since like 5 a.m. So, I'm kind of... The first is always rough. So, let's get on into it. As always, though, BearCave is the 10 best games that are not game day. We'll start in the American today. Cincinnati and Louisville. So, Louisville is a 6-point favorite. So let me get the prediction set. As always, make sure you participate. Build up those Babanas. You can earn raffle tickets to earn a reward player at the end of the season. So you're going Cincinnati or Louisville. Go 1 minute on the clock for those predictions. 5-2 versus 4-2 is Coach. Oh my God. I'm sorry. What? My God, buddy. Tier 1, 20. Does that shit say 20? You are insane. Thank you, Coach Keat. You're a baller. I gotta start force winning these, Omaha games. It's good for business over here. Let's go. They're all those randos are dog water alts. And Keat gifted Kenzie 1. My God, Coach Keat, you're insane. Alright, let's get on into the BearCave slate. We've got Cincinnati and we've got Louisville. So we've got Louisville having a good season despite Coach Calv pretty much redshirting the entire team. I think that's it's saying it's a new record for the hype train. So let's go. Nathan Reyes, a name change for Coach Nathan. 94. Dogwater's here. All right, enough waffling. Let's get on into the action. Cincinnati and Louisville. I don't see Calv in the chat, so we'll go aboard with the away team. No, I'm going to wait for Thursday. Just because I have too much stuff going on today. I didn't have time. So I'll just wait for Thursday. Because that's going to be a week before... what is that? The actual release date. 95. Nathan gets one. Coach Keats, a savage. Here we go. On board with Louisville. Oh my God, I can't even hear myself think. This dude's going crazy. Pizza's getting one. Yeah, Coach Keat with, I feel like he's money laundering with these subs. Somebody put this man under investigation. The Omahags NIL budget mysteriously missing a couple grand. All right, so we're going to go kick for Cincinnati. So here we go. Zeros on the clock, week 9. As Florida Man, thank you for the bits. That's a much tamer notification. So 7-3 start for Cincinnati and Dirk Doink. We got a sub here, 14-month streak. Thank you, Keat. His own sub, 17-17 at halftime. We are at, what is that, 56 total subs for the channel. Let's go. You guys are insane. How many people got 17 viewers right now? As 24-17, we enter the fourth quarter. We are going crazy as now Mushbrain gets one. And we get a scoop and score. So we are, oh my god, I can't even hear myself think. I don't even know what's going on. As a long drive, 3 minutes left. Cincinnati has the lead. So Finn Fisher, the SFA player, former Tulsa quarterback, they're going to punt with 2 minutes left. So they're not going to go for it. Now Cabbage is getting one. Coach Keat, somebody must have hacked him. He is going insane today as Cincinnati now with the lead can win it. Flame gets one. My god. I don't know how this hype train works, but it is going in Sandy. Level 6 complete. I don't even know what that means. We're on level 7 now. Dirk Doink, number 69, over the middle. He finds his way. That's a first down. So one more first down now and Louisville loses. They should have just gone for it. Dirk Doink, the SFA player, former bust. Might find his way into the transfer portal this offseason. Feeling like Goldberg. Oh, broken tackles galore. He's still running. Big run. Louisville on the ropes. One more first down will do it. Under center, safety's coming down. Cincinnati trying to take control of the division. All right, here we go. Last hope for Louisville. Setting a new record. Offset eye here. Cincinnati, the handoff up the gut. He fades and down he goes again. Dude probably just hit a wicked parlay on the Thunder or something. 3rd and 5. Game on the line. Here we go. Oh yeah, we're waiting for Chef Moose. There, Cabbage. All right, 3rd and 5 for Cincinnati. Deep drop here for Dirk. He goes to the flat. He's going to have to make a stiffy. He does. It's SFA player Leland Waterhouse. He'll win the game for Cincinnati. So we are starting out with a no cover. So Kenzie out here with his no cover cheese is going to work at least in the first matchup. So a Cincinnati no cover to start the day. We can't allow that language there, Florida Man. There's not a ton of things that I say no to, but you can't say that. Rando time, rando time. In triple zeros, there it is. Cincinnati goes to 6-2 bowl eligibility as Gnome gets one. Congratulations, Gnome. Yeah, somebody definitely got a hold of Keith's account here. Or he's just stealing somebody's credit card. Is that the 100th sub? It says we have 60 subs right now. I don't know if there's, like, tiers to it or free subs or whatever. But woohoo! 100, let's go! Let Keith cook, baby. Oh, 100 total for him. Gotcha, gotcha. God damn, 100 subs, Coach Keith. You are insane. And look at that bucket for this this battle. I like the cardinal there. So the Tooth Birds. Remember, guys, we are a week or so from the release of College Football 26, at least the early access. I have 3 days off, so I'll be playing the games, playing you guys, chance to earn Bobinas, and play the new game. And I will be revealing my team builder here later on this week, as well as kind of the roster setup with me and Dogwater. So that'll go later on this week as well. Really proud of my team builder. I think it's a lot better than the Yams, and I thought the Yams were pretty good. So look here at the scoring summary. Got a fumble return for a touchdown, and that was really the deciding factor. Is Dirk Doink 23 of 33. Rushing the ball, Walton 115 and 2 touchdowns. Beckham Pope, 8 tackles, 5 total TFLs, no sacks. The interception. We got a hype chest. Hold on, I got to open this hype chest. We got Spit the Truth emote. I don't know if I get that. You guys get that? I don't know how that works, but woo! All right, so, and then for Louisville, Finn Fisher, 17 of 25, 188, 2 touchdowns for Finn Fisher. James Bradford ran it pretty well. Stuckey, the leading receiver. 10 tackles. Chase Moss, 3 TFLs for 2 different guys, 2 total sacks. The interception for Ben Payne. All right, so that will do it. So the winner of the poll is actually Louisville at the +6. 21% of the money was on it. All right, and we move on. So a crazy start to the day here. But how about that Florida upset? Top 10 Florida going down. Maybe a Kareem Paul injury. Knew that was coming, potentially. So we'll have to check tomorrow. I haven't checked injuries, so I don't know. Something to keep in mind. Champ Bloomers. Yeah, UTEP had a pretty good day. All right, so let's keep it going. I will send my game. I normally do that around the Patreon choice game. All right, next up is we are going down to Fresno State, and this is where everybody picked their Derby player. I seriously think 90 to 95% of the submissions this week were for either Conrad Gatterdam, Borb, or Chance Finnegan. So not a lot of variation from you guys in your choices. My choice this week is Washington wide receiver Jurassico Rose, the receiver. No, you can't switch. Once I give the information, it's over. You cannot switch. Sorry, buddy. So 14 points. I can't give you the information and you switch. That's not how this works, Slime. All right, so we got Fresno State here. -14 against New Mexico. Now, Coach Kennelly has a history of not playing too well on stream, so we'll see what he can do here today. 88 overall, 14-point overall favorite here. Yeah, a lot of you guys have picked Jurassico Rose, and he hasn't panned out, but I think he will today. Flame, I think there's going to be a lot. I would like to use Delaware. So I think that will be a fun team to play with because I'm sure those jerseys are going to be awesome. Hey, Coach Kennelly's here. So, Kennelly, let me know heads or tails. Kick or receive. And then you want the all-white script helmet, okay? There we go. So, let's get on into this bad boy. And we got a really fun game day coming up down to the Conference USA. Texas State, 2B Salute, taking on Tulane, undefeated teams. So here we go, the New Mexico Lobos. So Fresno State and New Mexico University Stadium here. So heads in kick for Coach Kennelly. All the Bobanos on the line. If you bet on this game, you need to call the number. So here we go. New Mexico, can they shock the world? They're up 6-0 here. They missed the extra point. And up interception in the end zone for Gatterbum. You can't make it up. This dude is straight cheeks. On stream, they finally score 7-6 here. 14-6 at the break. They add a field goal. But Conrad Gatterbum pissing down his pants. 21-9. Can New Mexico make this a game? It doesn't look like it. They are only down 12. You never know. 35 and a long one. It's 22. New Mexico's not going away. Can New Mexico find it? We get a fumble. Can they get back within a score? No, they can't. It's DJ Satterfield, the SFA quarterback. I forgot he transferred here. So remember, we can't jump in unless they get it to a one-score game. So they've got to find a way to score here. It's 12 points. They're inside the red zone, and there it is. They added a touchdown. So they did get the touchdown. So here we go. 2 minutes left. 5 minutes on the clock. Or 5-point difference. Can New Mexico get it done? Oh, it took a massive hop, and they secured it. Chance Finnegan. So it's up to the defense. This is a 14-point spread. Oh man, I think Kenzie perfected BearCave here with the no cover cheese. Conrad Gatterbum. Handoff here. Oh no, that's not Borb. Everybody picked Borb. Where's Borb? It's Dan Harper. Oh no. Another week and another Derby pick not on the field. The handoff to Harper to the outside. He breaks one. Will we get to see New Mexico have a chance? No, this is not the same Satterfield. This is Satterfield's brother, DJ Satterfield. This was an IGR created by Cryo. So here is Gatterdam. Dumps it off to no man's land. 4th down. New Mexico will get their chance. And they're going for it. Conrad Gatterbum. Can he secure the game here? The snap, the handoff, the stiffy. Down he goes. Not sure I like that call in that moment. So now New Mexico has the ball, down by 5. They're at the 34. DJ Satterfield, he committed to Clemson and then transferred to New Mexico. The lefty, yamming it over the middle. It's almost intercepted. Channeling his inner, what's the other Satterfield? AJ, DJ, Ray J? I don't remember. 35-30. The Lobos, do they have the aura? The lefty slings it to the corner. It's caught. They're at the 50. Here come the Lobos. It's Doug Miller. 17-35 for Satterfield. Can they knock off the Bulldogs? who always seem to fumble on stream. The drop back. They get through. Ball's on the ground. They call it incomplete. Drake Dudley got through. The SFA linebacker almost secured the game there. Looking at a no cover in the face. Maybe a New Mexico out right here. 2nd and 10. Drop back. Floats it to the corner. Caught. Feet in bounds. First down. No, they call him short. Maybe a makeup call from the refs. So 3rd and inches. Can Fresno State survive? They need to get a negative play here. Quick drop, quick throw. It's dropped. Game is going to be on the line here. The quick out was wide open. He was looking to turn upfield, but he forgot the football. So here we go. 4th and inches. Game on the line. Under center. The handoff. Up the gut. He gets it with ease. The drive continues. They need a touchdown. Griffin 75 yards, 1 touchdown today. They hurry it up here. They're inside the 40. The snap for DJ. 4-man rush. Floats it deep. Oh, that was risky. Incomplete. Almost tipped to another receiver. Not sure what happened there on the route concepts. But they live to find another down. 37 yards away from stunning the Bulldogs here at home. Tight end in motion. Another blitz. A yam deep out of bounds. 18 of 40. Not even close to the Concepcion line here. Third and 10. Shotgun set for the Lobos. Drops back over the middle. Caught on the drag, and he gets 6 out of it. That's Gant. He had the kick return for a touchdown. So game on the line once again. The second 4th down attempt of the drive. 4th and 4. Where on earth is Jerry Fry? 4th and 4. The snap. It's Satterfield. He yams. It's caught! The drive continues again. Oh, Fresno is sick to their stomach, Kennelly. Not like this. Call it the Fresno State Seminoles. 1st and 10. Over the middle. It's caught. He's out in bliff. And he's in. Oh, my God. They call him short. He glitched into the end zone, but forward progress was stopped. 1st and goal, 40 seconds. Empty set. Where's the QB draw? Satterfield. The snap. Caught! Touchdown, Lobos. Disaster for the Bulldogs. And they're going for 2. What in the world is happening? 30 seconds left. Satterfield to go up 3. No, he's short. It's Marcus Vilma on the tackle. The SFA player. So Fresno State, here is your chance. Down by 1. 30 seconds left. All your timeouts. Legacy drive for Conrad Gatterbum. He's had this chance a million times, and I'm pretty sure it's never worked. Gatterdam, you're running out of chances, Slime. We might be looking for another quarterback here if you can't do this. So 28 seconds left. Can I get a derby on who intercepts him? That's hilarious. The handoff? Why are we handing it off? Kennelly has that little trust that he thinks the backup running back is going to get more yards than Gatterbum through the air. That is sickening. They are in yam range. 24 seconds left. Gatterbum steps back. He skewers. He yams. And tipped away. I don't know why I said skewers. But it's 3rd and 2. I think I meant to say he steps up. It's been a long day. 3rd and 2 for Fresno. 18 seconds, the handoff. They get the fresh set of downs. You got to use that timeout. Not sure what they're thinking here. It's 13 seconds in a dream. You got to hurry it up. Clock's about to start ticking. 10 seconds. Gatterdam over the middle. It's caught wide open. Broken tackle. They might be in range. Gatterdam might have done it. So the field goal unit, 49 yards from right hash to walk it off. The kick, it's up and it is no good! The Lobos win it! The Lobos survive! It wasn't Gatterdam this time. Not like this. So a week after UNLV chokes to Colorado State, Fresno State now chokes to New Mexico. This conference is wide open. This conference is wide open. That's a New Mexico outright. Surely there's not one person who took New Mexico outright. There is no way. There is no way any... The two best teams in the group of 5, Fresno State and UNLV, have both choked the last 2 weeks. Incredible. There's no way anybody put New Mexico outright. I'm calling cap right now. 14-point underdogs. Congratulations. Insanity here for the Lobos. DJ Satterfield. Another thank you for Coach Keith that y'all got to watch it live without ads. Woo! Surely this next game doesn't have any shenanigans like that. Alright, so here is a look. Borb did get into the end zone for you guys. Finnegan got into the end zone as well. So some points were scored for everybody who picked guys here. Conrad Gatterdam, 21 of 35, 319, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Rushing the ball, Borb got into the end zone. Gatterdam got in as well, so that's 2.5 points. And then Finnegan got into the end zone, so that's 1 point there. Or 2 points, I guess. Rip Hauser, 11 tackles, 3 TFLs for Jerry Fry. Fry got a sack. No picks. A lot of deflections, no forced fumbles. But for New Mexico, DJ Satterfield, 22 of 44, 3 touchdowns. Griffin, 75 yards and a tutty. This Wright guy, Gary Wright, decent day. 3 TFLs for Perkins, no sacks, 2 interceptions, the deflections, and the fumble recovery. I think somebody has Blaze Hollister touchdowns. I think that's the only one. It was pretty much only Fresno State. I went Washington. Maybe 1 or 2 people were outliers. So a New Mexico outright. Did I pay that out? Yes, I did. Insanity. So already a wild start here to BearCave. 2 games that we've jumped into. So next up on the list, we've got Illinois and Iowa. People are mad about my spreads here for this game. 6-1 Iowa, not favored. But if you look at the rosters, Illinois may just be better. So are you rocking with Illinois -2, or are you rocking with Iowa? The sneaky Hawkeyes and Coach Jarkus. So, Cam, you do get priority. Let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. You said heads, receive. Okay. And you want the orange hat, white shirt, orange pants. Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah. Flame has Brandon Outlaw. You put that at the last second. Reed Breesler. Iowa. Iowa. Everyone's clowning me for saying Iowa is a wagon waiting. They had 2 IGRs commit this week. Another quarterback. They are dripping in SFA quarterbacks. How can you tell me Jamarcus McNutt has no aura, Kenzie? What are you even saying? You cannot convince me Iowa doesn't have aura. Maybe they don't have aura against Iowa State, but they do have aura. If anybody doesn't have aura, it is the Beanie Babies. These guys are bums, but look at that. The black and gold. Elite, elite. All right, so here we go. The 2-point favorite for the Beanie Babies on the road. Hostile situation. They lead the division. Wisconsin coming for Iowa. We could still win the division here. This would be definitely a improvement for us. Showing the hospital in the background there does mean that there are kids with cancer in the game. Same thing in college football, 26 cancer kids are back. So here we go. Number 11 in the nation, the Beanie Babies on the road. No score to start us out, as you'd expect for the Beanie Babies. They get into the end zone there. Iowa on their back foot. There you go, tie ball game. Who's going to pull away? The Beanie Babies score, and Iowa gets a field goal. So right now, it's an Illinois cover there, Coach Cam. I'm going to make you eat your words. As Iowa now takes the lead, Illinois steals it back. They're going, though, into the fourth quarter, and they can't get it done. They went for it here. Can they run out the clock? And that is a quick 3-and-out. We're going to go one play at a time at this point. A long play there for the Beanie Babies. They could put this game away. Oh, my, they might just do it. They might just do it! 3rd and goal. Can they punch it in? It's 4th and goal. Are they going for it? No. They're going to kick the field goal. So 24-17 if they make this. It's Dogby. And the SFA player kicks it through. We'll watch this game a little bit later. That is not an official result. So the Beanie Babies here have the lead up 7. Can Jarkus get it done? Jamarcus McNutt. Dash Dixie. LaShawnte Bryant. Jamarcus McNutt catches it. 24-17. Kadon Tootle, the SFA player. Under center. The toss out to Dixie. To the edge. He falls forward, gets a couple. We're inside 2 minutes, full timeouts. Plenty of time for Iowa. They can run their offense. Has time, yams it deep down the left side, underthrown. Abdul Smallwood, the SFA player. He got beat, but McNutt couldn't get enough yam on it. Third and 8 here, empty set. We jumped into every single game thus far. McNutt, it's a mid-screen. The catch, he's open. Oh, it took too long to get upfield. LaShawnte Bryant. So decision time, they will go for it. 90 seconds left, they need 7 yards. Game may just be on the line for top 11 Iowa. Four-man rush, yams it deep. Oh, what a floaty! And the catch! What a catch for Randy! Holy smokes! That might be the best throw I've ever seen. That is your reigning SFA Player of the Year, Jamarcus McNutt. What a play! McNutt was basically horizontal in the diving grab from Randy Vincent. They bring the blitz, he yams it, it's a catch for Shoemaker, he gets a block, he breaks a tackle! Cal Shoemaker, the 5-star SFA tight end. Just an incredible drive so far for the Hawkeyes. They bring a blitz again, he yams it to the corner and it's dropped. 2 touchdowns on the day for McNutt, both to Randy Vincent. What a drive. Can they find a way? 3 wide, Shoemaker on the field. They'll hand it off to Dixie, who gets his head taken off. They can take a field goal here. You got to go for the tutty. So a minute left, 2 timeouts. Once again, back under center. What is the call for McNutt? He drops back, a deep drop. Steps up, wide open in the flat. Can they break a tackle? No! Shoemaker gets half of it. So here we go. Game on the line. The Beanie Babies, can they hold? 4th and 7. McNutt, the snap, they bring a blitz. They pick it up. He dumps it off, and then, oh my God, it was almost picked. Turnover on downs. The Beanie Babies will win it. What a game. What a game. The upset for the Beanie Babies. They'll go to 4 and 3. And for Iowa, they'll take their first conference loss of the season. Tough way to lose after that first 4th down conversion. Yeah, it should have been a pick 6. So now we have another. This is an Illinois cover. So, Cam, you're going to have to eat your words there, little dummy. How is Illinois favored? How is Illinois favored? I know ball, baby. So triple zeros, down it goes Iowa. 6% of the money went on the cover. Congratulations. Scotty Bean, the player of the week. I know, imagine winning games on BearCave. Couldn't be Kenzie. Remember, guys, we have recruits coming a little bit later on today as well. Full game day slate. Next game day is slated for Sunday. Yeah, surely you guys won't lose to LSU there, Coach Cabbage. We haven't seen Auburn in a couple of weeks. So only 3 games into this slate. We're 40 minutes into the stream. Already late. This is going to be a late night, folks. Late night. Woo! No UTSA this week. Woo! Thank goodness. Get a break from the Roadrunners. So Vincent with a couple big plays. An 86-yarder to Carter. So Scotty Bean, 15 to 23, 236 in a tutty. McKeever, 100 yards on the day. Greenway leading the way, the SFA player. On defense, John Henry Mustard. You got Quan Gillard with the 3 TFLs. No sacks. The interception for Landon Cobb. The transfer from Kansas. And the fumble for John Henry Mustard. All right. And for Iowa, Jamarcus McNutt. I guess he left the game for a little bit, so maybe that's why they lost. Dash Dixie got over 100 yards. Shante Bryant, 9 for 71. 2 touchdowns for Randy Vincent, the tight end. And on defense, Orlando Silatonga, 3 TFLs. But they couldn't rush the quarterback. Couldn't get Bean down. No turnovers either. Yeah, can't wait for the 24-6 playoff loss there, UTSA. So we got McNutt, Bean, Henry Mustard. So we went 3 for 4 here on the players of the game. But that is a Illinois cover. So 3 games in, we've had 1 of each result. So unpredictable BearCave coming in today. You'll love to see that. So next up, we'll go to a game that I was so excited about coming into the week on the schedule all season long. And then, of course, Bryce Beers gets injured. So now it's a toss-up. But Arizona still will be playing with a SFA quarterback, Requise Moxie. So we'll see if Arizona can get it done. We saw Washington on game day just dominate Stanford last week. So if Hunt or Damien are here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. But this is a Washington 12-point favorite. Vegas is not hopeful that Bryce Beers being injured results in a good game against this stout Washington defense. But we'll see what happens. You never know with the Bearcats. So 12-point favorite for Washington. I've got Jurassico Rose in this game. Bryce Wine Cooler, boo. You're talking about the highest paid SFA player of all time. Just in front of Uncle Boozer. You know what's funny is the 2 highest paid players of all time are alcohol related. Uncle Boozer and Bryce Beers. Where's Bourbon Boozin', huh? Why isn't he up on that list? Because you guys hate running backs. Bryce Beats. Bryce IPA. There's going to be some IPA lover that's super mad that I just said that. Bryce Bongs. Bongs is a good one. I got to put Bongs in my little notes app here. All right, so let's jump on into the game. So here we go. Arizona, I'm cheering for the Wildcats. Want Bryce Beers to make the playoff all 3 years of his career. I'm the only person in the world that likes Bryce Beers, apparently. But Washington, we know they got it wrapped up here. This division is stinky cheese. The only team that could really beat it. And then over here, the best division in the country. My goodness. So Arizona, pretty much a must-win here today to keep pace. So we'll go heads and kick as always. They got a ton of SFA players, just lacking Bryce Beers, but maybe Malik Phillips dominates them on the ground. And a quick touchdown for Washington. They add 3 back. 14-3 for Washington. Not a great start if you are a Wildcat fan. 14-3. 21-3 at the break. Not looking good for the Wildcats. Can they make it a game? They got to get something going on offense. It's 28-3, 35-3. All right, we're back. Sorry. Got a little zealous here. My controller disconnected. We're alive and well as this is going to be a domination game. We got a fumble now, 35-3. It's a little bit too late. Requise Moxie getting his shit stomped here. And wait, the second they added, wait a second! So they made it a little better. Did they get the backdoor cover? No, they didn't. That was close. That was almost a backdoor cover there. So that is a Washington cover, but by the skin on their of their teeth there, that was a cover, so we'll pay that out. So minus 12 here for Washington. Congratulations. All right, Jurassico Rose, 2 touchdowns, baby. Jurassico. Yeah, he got 1! Woo! All right, that is 2 points for Coach TC. Just keeping pace is all I need. So Raquise Moxley goes 22 of 45, 218, and 2 touchdowns. Rushing the ball, he got 30 yards. 59 for Malik Phillips. So the 5-star not going to get it done doing that. And on defense, not a lot cooking for the defense here. 2 sacks. And Washington Outlaw gets 3 touchdowns, 311 through the air. He did not get into the end zone on the ground, so Cinch Brown got 2. Jurassico Rose, it gets into the end zone. Let's go. Would have liked him to get 2 there, but we'll take 1. Damian Chambers, 3 TFLs. Chase Davis with 4. The sack for Tremaine Mack. This is such a good defense. I know that this is going to be another team that's threatening the semifinals again. It's just, the writing is there on the wall. This is a great defense. Can UTSA play this week? I'll let you play this week if you are okay taking a loss. So players of the game, Moxie, Outlaw, Garrett Bush. So that is a Washington cover. And we will continue down the line. So next up is we are going to the SEC. We've got LSU and we've got Auburn. So Coach Cabbage, let me know kick or receive as you are the home team. Unfortunately, no llama. Fresno did not win. So this is a Auburn 2.5-point favorite. It's a critical game for Auburn to keep pace with Tennessee and keep pace with Florida, even though Florida lost this week. So get those Bobinas going. Yeah, results so far are Cincinnati no cover, New Mexico outright, Illinois cover, Washington cover. You know, there was a time where I wanted to ban Llama, and I almost did. But he kind of chilled out for the most part, and now I'm missing my random llama dumps. So here we go, the Auburn Tigers live and in color, taking on LSU. Yeah, that's why he's gone. Pizza, that's a diabolical response. My God. All right, here we go. A critical cross-divisional game. 7-0 for Auburn. LSU replies. 14-7. Uh-oh. Cabbage on the ropes. 14-14, they get one back. Where's Booze? And when you need them, they take the lead. 21-14, here we go. We got a ball game brewing. LSU. 28-35, Auburn explodes. Auburn straight to the dome. What a third quarter. LSU just took the third quarter off. It's 49. Domination here for Cabbage. 56. Do I hear 60? No. What a game for the Auburn Tigers. That's an Auburn cover if I've ever seen one. By golly. Beekman scores. Addie McBucket scores. Kofi Garnett, Beekman, Boozin, Garnett, Bronner, Gosicki. This is an all SFA scorecard. We have like 11 touchdowns. Every single one is an SFA player. Bronner, Gosicki. Garnett, Boozin. Beekman, Garnett, McBuckets, Beekman. Let's go! Not often do you see that, especially with that many players. So Thad Russell, 4 touchdowns on the day. Boozin and Bronner both get above 100 yards. I know Coach Fi is just creaming his cheeks over there, over that stat line. Kofi Garnett went diabolical. Beekman as well. A lot of TFLs here. 2 interceptions for Mohammed Habib, the SFA player, and Derek Hayford gets one. A lot of deflections, no forced fumbles. And for Lavella Blackley, he went 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Addie McBuckets, 26 for 39? 1.4 a carry, I am sick. 2 touchdowns. This team lost all their strength. What the heck? Tim Hall, 11 touchdowns, 3 TFLs. Cabbage doesn't even know his own players. That's sickening. He recruits so many players. That's a guy that you recruited 2 years ago, and then you redshirted, and now he's popping off as a starter. My God, Cabbage. And then he whines when his players go to the portal. All right, so that is an Auburn cover if I've ever seen one. There you go. All right, next up, we got the Patreon game of the week. Syracuse and Rutgers. Kenzie immediately following Cabbage. Surely it will go well for him. Coach Rosie, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. But I doubt she's here, so Kenzie, let me know. Kick or receive. And this is a pick'em game on the week. It's a very important game in the division. So are you rocking Syracuse or Rutgers? Get those Baba Nas going. And he wants all black, all right? Ham Soul, potentially the greatest quarterback of all time. Hashtag Ham for Yam has been trending on SFA back channels. So we'll see if he can live up to the hype here today. The senior SFA player, can't wait till he graduates and I never have to deal with him again. I think there's maybe just 1 or 2 guys ahead of him there, Kenzie. But he definitely is in the conversation when you talk only about rejects. Ham Soul. Alright, so let's get on into it. Enough waffling around. Syracuse and Rutgers. Big time matchup here for Kenzie. Hashtag Ham for Yam. Let's see what we got. 5-2 versus 4-3. Undefeated in conference, though, for Kenzie. Gonna be an interesting one, especially in the rain. Might be forced to rely on Juice Cobbins, another questionable player. But we've got the pick'em here today. Let's see what happens. Shy Stadium. Tobin Dashnaw there at the coin toss, the SFA player. Kenzie, did you want tails and kick? Okay. So here in the rain. Quick strike for Rutgers, but they give one right back. Rutgers gets a field goal. They have the lead. Can they hang on? No! Syracuse takes the lead right back, but Rutgers replies. Going back and forth, bar for bar as we'd hit halftime. Rutgers with a slight lead. Syracuse can't add to it. Syracuse keeps stalling out. Rutgers takes a 2-score lead. It's looking good for the Scarlet Knights, 24-14. But a score there for Syracuse gets it back within a score. So Ham-Sol, can he finish the job? No, he cannot. I do not see Juice Cobbins. Remember, we can only jump in at the 2-minute mark if it's within a score. 4th and 4. They go for it, and they get a 38-yarder. Can they score? It is a touchdown there for Syracuse. 24-24, and the extra point is good. So 2 minutes left. Here we go. Rutgers has the ball. Ham-Sol. Hashtag ham for yam. Can he lead a drive? Steps up, delivers a strike. What a play. He gets a pass the 40. Ham-Sol building his legacy here. Ham for yam. He's 17 of 33. Just over the Concepcion line there with that throw. Quick throw, open man, and he gets it out to Weatherford. That's for 5. Surely Rutgers doesn't blow this 10-point lead. They are already in yam range, though, for Ham. 90 seconds left. All they need is a field goal. Deep drop for Ham. Quick throw, and it's a sack! Off the edge. I think that might have been Percival Peely, the SFA player, former reward player for Cabbage. The transfer to Syracuse. So Kenzie might just lost this game because Cabbage hit me with a baller. That's hilarious. So 4th and 11, they've got to punt it. Oh, no. So Cabbage hit me with a baller. May have just ruined Rutgers' season. Oh, what a pancake there. They return it. So now we got to trust in the defense for Rutgers. Can they play some defense? 10 unanswered points here for Syracuse in the 4th quarter. The Syracuse quarterback is Handy. That's his last name. I don't know his first name. So 1st and 10 for Syracuse. Steps up, dumps it off to the backup running back, and he gets 9 out of it. Sammy Andro, the SFA running back. Jason Handy is his name. He's under the Concepcion line as well. He's empty. Dumps that off. Open man. It's a first down. They're at yam range. Brett Anthony for 11. So 50 yards away. All they need is a field goal. Hopefully, they need to lock in. I'm calling out Ryu Zellers, the free safety, the SFA player. Somebody make a play. Corner blitz. He floats it to the corner. It's caught. Where's the coverage? He pushes for a first. Rodney Mason churns those legs like butter. They're inside the 40. Fringe field goal range now. Syracuse trying to take control. 10-point comeback on the road in the rain. Corner blitz over the middle. It's Andro. That might just do it. They might be in field goal range. But just ask Fresno how it works out for you kicking a 49-yarder. That's what they're looking at in the face. They need to get closer. Handy. Another corner blitz. Another yam over the middle. Another catch. Just turning the Scarlet Knights into Swiss cheese. 21 seconds left. They're under center now. Not looking good here for Kenzie. 24-24. One timeout left for Syracuse. They pretty much have to force a turnover of some sort. How did this team lose to Wisconsin? Sammy Andro, he's going backwards. He breaks the tackle. 3rd and 10. Clock is running. What is happening here? Wait a second! We might get a blunder! What are they doing? They're lining up in a play! Oh, Kenzie just got bailed out! Triple zeros on the clock! They've got to score here! We got OT! The blunder for the Orange! Coach Rosie. Maybe, I don't know, maybe Kenzie messed with the clock in the stadium? What the heck? We've got free football. So Ham for Yam survives to OT. What on earth? Offset eye. So the Pick'em game goes to overtime. And folks, that is not Juice Cobbins. He is not in the game. Looks like we lost our UI here. So no stats or anything. The rain completely affecting this matchup. Ham under center. The delay give. Down he goes. 3rd and 3.
That makes it 3rd and 3.
24-24. Can Ham Soul find a way? Back in the I formation. Kenzie doesn't trust him. Motion man. It's an end around. It's gonna work. He gets the first. It's Weatherford. The reverse works on 3rd and short. What in the world? So Ham Soul's done nothing but hand the ball off so far. And this time they get the play action. He dumps it off to the flag. He has a head of steam and he gets out of bounds. 2nd and 5 here for Rutgers. New life for the Scarlet Knights. Can they find a way to bail themselves out? They're at the 8. 2nd and 5 for Ham. Ham for Yam. He dumps it off today and down he goes. He's hamming it to the running back. So under center, 3rd and 4. Handoff today. Up the gut, he gets it. Oh, he could get into the end zone, but they call him short. They call him just short. 1st and goal for Rutgers. Can they punch it home for the first score of OT? The handoff. And he doesn't get in! How do you not score? How do you not score? Kenzie trying to run more time off the clock, apparently. Surely he won't fumble. Oh, it's a pass. Ham! Ham! He can't get there! Ham RB! Ham RB! We're one stop away from the field goal. Not like this. Not like this, Kenzie. Offset eye. Ham today! Ham! Oh, and he's still short! Syracuse stands on their head. With some help from the running back, they bring out the field goal. 3 chances from the inch. They settle for 3. Incredible. As we get a reminder that Tribe lost to Alabama, and look, Kareem Paul not in the game. So Syracuse, a touchdown will win it. Field goal extends it. And anything else, and Rutgers bails themselves out again. Jason Handy. They got caught with the dick in their hand in the end of regulation. And right there, he throws a flopper. Syracuse equally brutal here today. Neither team wants to win. Not sure what the plan is here. Quick option for Handy. He keeps it. He finds room. There he goes. Oh, they got it. Touchdown, Syracuse. Handy walks it off. What a run for Jason Handy. The quick option. Straight to the dome. I'm so sorry, Kenzie. That one hurts. They were on the inch. You had 2 easy touchdowns. I don't know what happened. It's Tobin Dashnaw. So that's a Syracuse outright, folks. So 58% of you guys went with the right choice. Congratulations. 30-27. It's definitely been a weird week so far. I wouldn't put anything over anybody right now. When teams like New Mexico win and you get these crazy blunders, it's like, man, it's a weird week to be playing. These are the weeks you want to be on a bye. The unpredictability today. Yeah, Syracuse intentionally wanted Kenzie to get hope. Diabolical. So the scoring summary, Cobbins did get into the end zone, so he did play, but he did get hurt at some point. We'll check in on that injury. Ham sold 20 for 36, 259, no touchdowns. Day had 55 yards on 30 carries. Yuck. Weatherford 10 for 165. 2 TFLs for Walker and Samanyawa. You got the sack. No interceptions for Rutgers. A lot of deflections and no fumbles. Jason Handy goes 18 of 37, 253, and 2 touchdowns. Andro goes for 158 and a score. 124 and 2 scores for Mason. Coca Stout, 9 pancakes. 12 tackles for Vincent Williams. 4 TFLs for Marcelo Plug. Dashnaw as well. Sacks for Peely and Dashnaw. A lot of deflections and the fumbles. Are you serious? You've been in overtime games in 4 of 5 games? That's crazy, if that's a real stat. But I think that's just a Kenzie stat. Don't know if there's any validity to that one. But Tyler Day, Jason Handy, Vincent Williams, and Tiki Samanyama, or Yoa. So that is a Syracuse outright for those of you guys betting at home. And now it's the time. One of my least favorite parts when I was a coach was having to suffer through this right here. If I am not on BearCave and I'm not on game day, then we have to sim my game live. 2-4 Wisconsin against the Spoiler Makers who beat Alabama. Am I going to win this game? Yes or no? I do a prediction on these as well, so. Who wins? Are you going to do Wisconsin or are you going to do Purdue? I'm just going to do a toss-up here because, my God. This will be a quick 30-second one. Get your predictions in quickly. No, we don't watch my games. It's just a quick sim, so we'll just jump to the box score. But I am not a static coach, which means I'm a user coach. So that means my game is simmed when I press sim. So I don't know the score early, like the CPU games. The CPU games are simmed when I advance the week. These ones are simmed at the time I press sim. So that's the difference. So I have no idea what happens in my game. So 2-4 Wisconsin, Purdue 1-5. Are the Spoiler Makers gonna ruin my day? Yeah, baby! Woo! 34-7 to the dome. We are not a fluke, folks. I repeat, we are not a fluke. Wisconsin straight to the dome. Woohoo! Oh, all right, enough. It's just Purdue. And I'm just going to get my screenshots here while we're here so I don't forget them, because I always forget. So let me just... Purdue 3. All right. So we'll continue on now. We've got the best games of the week. Yeah, exactly. Get ready for bowl-eligible Wisconsin, baby. Rank Wisconsin. All right, so East Carolina and Maryland. So if you guys saw the flash pop up earlier in the BC episode, East Carolina, the #1 team in the nation, going up against Maryland. This is a 5-point favorite for East Carolina. I am not their coach. So who covers? Are you rocking with East Carolina at the -5? Or are you rocking with Papa Smoke? Papa Smoke, if you're here, let me know. Kick or receive as you are the home team. Got a minute on the clock. Get those Bobanos in, folks. An ACC critical game for both teams. Cannot drop a game in the division if you're East Carolina. And Maryland trying to keep pace with North Carolina. North Carolina drops a game, they might have a chance. So we'll jump on board with the Terps. Give you guys a second to get your Bobanos going. We got 12 viewers in here. Thank you guys for joining us here on a, what is this, a Tuesday? July 1st, 4th of July weekend coming up. I work every single day this week, so yeah, I'm not going to be doing anything super special. Let me know if you're doing anything crazy because it lines up with the weekend. All right, here we go. Cam will be stripping on a yacht in true Beanie Baby fashion. Working for an MILB team. Nicely done. That's always fun. All right, so the Terps' only losses this season have been on BearCave. Can they get a critical one here against the East Carolina Pirates? My former team, undefeated. I don't know if I want ECU to lose. I always cheer for them, but I don't really want them to win a natty without me. It would kind of devalue my natty, you know? So maybe I should cheer for Maryland. Come on, Terps! Touchdown, East Carolina. Maryland gets one back. Maryland looks like they're about to do one. 14-7, yes, sir. Oh, they get a turnover or something. Gaines is their running back. He's in the Heisman conversation. 14-10, 17-10. East Carolina gets one back. East Carolina! Oh, they can't be stopped, but Maryland, they're punching back. They are not rolling over. It's only a 10-point game. They're back within 3. The Terps. And they get the field goal. The Terps, they have a chance. Oh, no, it's 4th and 1. We can't jump in, and they have to punt. Oh, that is sickening here for the Terps. So here we go. 2nd and 7 for the Terps. They've got to get off the field here. Can they get the ball back? Split backs for Edwin Williams. The handoff here. Up the gut. He finds a hole, and he doesn't get there. Coach Papa Smoke looking. Pigeon Prather on the tackle there. 3rd and 1. They've got to find a way to get a stop. Hold the line. 90 seconds left in a dream. The handoff to the outside. They have a chance, but the great blocking gets the first. They stay in bounds. Chris Gaines, the Heisman contender. He'll get the first. So last chance for Maryland. They can still get the ball back, but it's not going to be great. And currently a cover for East Carolina. Do the Terps have some magic in them? Number 1 on the ropes. They need to get a stop. These, them falling on it actually really helps because they don't take extra time running a real play. So they're going to have to snap it one more time. We'll see if they run a real play. It looks like they will. So as long as this play doesn't take over 8 seconds and they don't give up a first down. Can they get a clock stoppage? The snap. The handoff. It's Chris Gaines up the gut. He gets 9. So Maryland will get a chance. Not a great chance, but it is a chance. And they are going for it. Oh, so they could get a chance in yam range here. Benedict Hasselbrook has an arm. So we're going to have to wait here. 6 seconds difference. So they've got to get him down within 6 seconds. Oh, baby. Can East Carolina win the game here? First down or a long play? What is the call for the Pirates? The snap. It's a screen. They get it, and it's going to be a first. East Carolina is going to win the game and cover. Incredible job from East Carolina. And Maryland just couldn't get it done. So close for the Terps and Papa Smoke. So that is the cover for the Pirates. 72% of you guys are rocking with number 1 in the nation. 41-35 is your final. CeeLo Gold, Kiki Okacha, Easton Kuntz, CeeLo Gold again. Oh my God, Easton Kuntz going crazy. They had a 28-point quarter. Shout out to Baylor against Memphis in the playoff for the 28-point quarter. Benedict Hasselbrook, the 13-24, 289, 3 touchdowns. CeeLo Gold, 116 for 2. Kiki Okacha and Randy Henry led the way. Prather, 10 tackles, 3 TFLs. The sacks for Holland as well. Deflection for Nixon and the fumble. You can't say that slime in the chat. I didn't remove it. 23-34, 252 and 3 touchdowns for Edwin. 124 and a score. So have yourself a day, East Carolina. Couple deflections. The forced fumble for Jason Jones. I mean, you can say it's a less bad thing. Like, I can't let that happen in my chat. I don't want them to take all my Keats subs. So, East Carolina with the cover here. Otters are trash, baby. Otter schmotters. Alright, so now we've got the big boy games coming at you. We're going back to the Big Ten, Nebraska and Penn State. So Coach Zach, if you're here, or Coach Dave, if you're here, let me know heads or tails, kick or receive. Two teams that are really desperate for a win. Nebraska trying to right the ship, and Penn State trying to get past, you know, like Ohio State, trying to get past Michigan State, those type of teams. So very interesting games. So are you going to be rocking with Nebraska, who's the favorite here, the 2-point favorite? Or are you rocking with Penn State? One minute on the clock for your predictions. Yeah, they definitely don't need me anymore. Regular home and helmet for Dave. Yeah, definitely And East Carolina never really totally fell off. They've been ranked ever since I left. So I really built that program at its core, and then they've just flourished ever since I left. So can't hate that. Seeing my program flourish. wasn't a me program. It was an us program, of course, led by Latina Jews. I will not be watching fireworks as they are banned where I live due to wildfires. So jump on board with Nebraska. I do not see Coach Dave in the chat today. Yeah, Southern Miss as well was definitely a program built up by a coach, and they've sustained it. There's a couple programs like that. So here we go, Penn State. It looks to be a whiteout. The corn travels to Happy Valley. On your dome and in your home, Little Dog Water. Beaver Stadium, Levi Kazaruni, a top 5 NIL getter in history. Looking to be worth it here. Coach Cam has hose calling. After playing College Football 25, and I never want to hear that song again. So 7-0, 7-7 at halftime. A very defensive battle coming at you live. Penn State takes the lead here. Nebraska now 14-14. Can Penn State win a big game? Nebraska, no natties, but they've gotten to the ship twice. 17-14 here for Penn State. Vondale Bronco, they have the ball. Nebraska needs a score. Can they do it? Vondale Bronco straight to the dome. It's 4th down. They have to kick the field goal, and it's good. We got a tie game, folks. Here we go. Levi Kazaruni and company. Can they win the game? It's all tied up. A Big Ten Classic brewing. Beautiful. I had a Great Big Ghost today already. I have one for game day. I'm not a big Orange-Chicle guy. I know I love Orange-Chicle for everything else, but... And mid-screen, that's not going to work. That was almost picked. So 3rd down, 90 seconds left. What is the call for Coach Dave? You got Levi Kazaruni, J.H. Smith, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. What is the call? Kazaruni gets the dump off to Schmidt. He turns off field, the former #1 recruit. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt gets it done. The drive continues for the Nittany Lions. That play only works if you have good blocking. Arthur Robinson, the SFA guard, transfer from Mississippi State. They yam it deep, right-hand side, out of bounds. Kazaruni, the former #1 prospect, #1 quarterback, actually lost his starting job at Stanford to Shu Okani, who's on the other team now. He's on Nebraska as their starter. So kind of a revenge game, if you will, for Levi. Wanted to show up Shu Okani, the guy he lost the job to. It's going to be a screen. He fires over middle. That was risky. Tubby Page was in the area. Tubby went for the hit. He could have gone for the pick 6. So minute 19 left. Yeah, Kazaruni definitely sucks. 3rd and 10. The empty set and incomplete. Hamilton, like white on rice in the coverage. And Nebraska gets the ball back. So we'll see Shu Okani, Vondale Bronco, Dakota Jumping Bull. See if they can win the game here in regulation. Yeah, I think he might have gotten there a little bit early on the hit, but it was not called. Dakota Jumping Bull gets past the 30. The true freshman. He plays 3 ways. Just like the Warrenbergs of the world. I can never forgive Dogwater for what he's done to SFA coaches' minds on how they can play players. Shu Okani here, hands it off to Vondale Bronco. Vondale Bronco gets a carry! Big play for Vondale. Remember, last time we saw Nebraska live, it was on game day in a less than stellar game against the Buckeyes. Shu Okani, they bring a blitz. He rolls right, he yams it deep, and 50-50, oh, Dakota. You gotta bring that down. That play had so much aura. That play had infinite aura if he could have caught that. Oh, that was incredible. The true freshman couldn't hang on. Shu now, the three-man rush, 2nd and 10. They dump it off, and he stays in bounds. 3rd down. You were the visionary? Brother, you're supposed to just say visionary. And once again, okay, Seth Rollins. So 3rd and 2 for Nebraska. Drops back for Shu. The dump off, it's caught. It depends on the spot. And they give it to him. Oh, that's disastrous. I don't know if he deserved that spot, but we got 47 seconds left. They have one of the best kickers in the country, Dustin Mathis. Shu has the time. Oh, the time. Yams it, and it's caught. First down, Jace Fiker, the Oregon transfer. So 30 seconds left here for Nebraska. Already field goal range. Floats that out of bounds. Shu Okani knows where he's at. Not taking a risk here. Coach Dave is sick to his stomach the way this is playing out. Second and 10 for Nebraska. Hand off to Vondale Bronco. He gets a hole. Another first down. It's not looking good for Penn State. They need a Syracuse bailout here. Get it to OT. This is a Nebraska 2-point favorite, folks, so this could be a cover here. Hand off to Vondale. He reverses his field, and he gets 7. Down to 15 seconds. 17-17. Hand off Vondale. Hand off, and he gets the first again. They're just trying to get close. If you're Penn State, you might just let them score here. It gives you a chance at least. 1 timeout remaining. The handoff to Vondale. Up the gut, he goes down. They call the last timeout. And they bring out the field goal unit, but that's going to give Penn State time. They'll have at least a play here. But Nebraska, look at that. They are 1 of 3. They are 1 of 3 here. So Nebraska might be fumbling the clock a little bit. Penn State, they're not going to retain a timeout either. They're okay taking all 3 timeouts to try and make this kick hard. This is a 20-yarder. So to take the lead for the Corn on the road. Kick is up, and it's good. So right now it's a Nebraska cover, but they got 4 seconds. So a chance at a yam here. If they take the, they take it, but it looks like they might just return it. They will. So this is the final play, and last 1 second, they retain the play. 79 yards is all they need. Levi Kazaruni. Does he have a legacy moment in him? 1 second on the clock. Levi Kazaruni. The snap. 2 men rush. Levi yams it deep down the left side, and it is tipped away. Nebraska wins. 20-17. They will cover on the road. Tough loss there for Dave. They had the chance, but the defense just could not hang on. So 15% of you guys rocked with the Corn. So how about this division now? Nebraska back in it. Iowa with the loss as well. So big day for Penn State. Or sorry, big day for Nebraska, not Penn State. We got 2 games left in this BearCave slate before we got game day. It's already been a pretty long stream, and we start at a little bit later than normal. But 2 very good games coming, and then a fun game day. We'll got full recruits coming later on tonight. But 20-17 is your final here. Coach Phi nerves at an all-time high. The only coach in SFA history to be shut out on game day. There's nothing to be nervous about. It can't get worse than that. Cannot get worse than that. No. I'm not posting recruits. I have to eat dinner, Slime. You can wait like everybody else. Vondale Bronco into the end zone. Roth scores. Vondale Bronco a second time. So Shu goes 15-27, 179 and a tutty. Vondale 167 and a tutty. Henderson leads the way along with Fiker. Only 1 catch today for Jumping Bull. Washington won with a cover, but it was a late storm by Arizona to try and get the cover. Ping Mayorga gets 2 TFLs. No sacks. No interceptions. A lot of deflections across the board. And Tim Cream with the fumble. (11-30), 172 and 1 touchdown. Not a lot going on in the receiving department today. 12 tackles. 3 TFLs here for John Thomas. A lot of TFLs. 2 sacks. Interceptions, none. 3 deflections and no fumbles on the day. And the blocking looks like that. So now we just got to get our players of the game. So this was... Oh, I got to wait for the prediction. I didn't pay it out. So Kazaruni, Bronco, and Tim Cream are your players of the game. I don't know if you can hear my neighbor's dog barking, but that's a Nebraska cover. All right, next up, 2 games left. This is the one a lot of people have been waiting for. Texas Tech and Colorado. How about Colorado upsetting #1 Baylor last week on BearCave? Can they do it again against Texas Tech and Garrett Gamara? This is going to be a very fun game. This is a 4-point favorite for Tech. So who are you rocking with? Coach Pizza and Texas Tech? Or are you rocking with Colorado? Coach Moon versus Texas Tech. Going to be a fun ball game. Get those predictions in. Let me see the requests here. We've got black, gray, black, and all reds. Wait, I don't know why I do that. We want, what is it? Black, gray, black. Okay. And then here we'll go all red. All right, and then Pizza, let me know, heads or tails, kick or receive. Thank you. So yeah, it's been a great game, great BearCave so far. A lot of interesting matchups, couple of shocker upsets here or there. We got 2 more big-time games. This is a massive one in the Big 12. This is a cross-divisional game, but a win here really puts you in the division hunt. Colorado trying to keep pace with Oklahoma and Iowa State, and Texas Tech trying to keep pace with Texas and Baylor. Going to be a big-time game. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Gamara for many reasons. But yeah, not a fan of Gamara here. I am definitely going for Colorado. My favorite IRL team. So I guess I have to cheer for Coach Moon, I guess. Unfortunately. So here we go. The mash burn. We know you like this guy, Dogwater. No need to get aggressive. Is back at Folsom Field, the greatest venue in all of sports. Doo-doo. Why isn't Shadur's jersey up there, man? What the heck? They retired number 2. I should make Moon retire number 2. That'd be hilarious. So tails in kick for the pizza. Here we go. Zeros galore. I thought this would be high scoring, but it's 3-0 at the end of 1. But here comes Texas Tech. To anybody but Manjube Moonman, of course. Touchdown for Colorado. Texas Tech gets one back. And a touchdown for Colorado. So the lead to Colorado here at the break. They are looking spicy today. Texas Tech takes it back. It's going to be another close one. Oh, and Jesse Jetster gets on the board. I think it was a fumble. So now Colorado down 11 here at home. And they can't get it done. Not looking good. They need a stop. Oh, it could be over here. Texas Tech might run them out of the building. 31-17, 2 scores. They got to get a quick score here. Mashburn, you got Bass going. There you go, a big play to Reddick. They've got to score. Bass again. And there it is, the touchdown to Bass. So a quick response, and they missed the extra point. I am sick. Or the 2-point conversion. They went for the 2-point conversion. Not good. We can still jump in at least, but not a good omen here. We can jump in at the 2-minute mark. Sickening. Manjube Moonman, you allow him to get it done. So 1:40 left. Game on the line. Handoff to Roro. Bierman up the gut. He doesn't get it. So game will come down to this. It's Vanderhosen on the tackle. Here we go. 3rd and 3. What is the call for Colorado? Pistol set, Garrett Gamara. The handoff. He's going to the outside. He's going to make the play. He gets around the corner. First down. Vanderhosen couldn't get it done. So they still have a chance, much like the Maryland game, but it is not hopeful now for Colorado. They're going to go victory formation. They can get the ball back with about 5 seconds left. Maybe one play. Row just rode his boat past the Vanderhosen. So 2nd and 12. So we'll see what the call is for Coach Pizza. Will they run a real play here on 4th down? Or 3rd down? Will they try and get the first? They will run a real play. Very interesting. What is the call for Pizza? First down wins it. Hand off to the outside. Oh, what a pancake. And he doesn't get much. Bierman maybe gets 3 out of it. So there's about 9-second difference. We'll see if they punt. I think they might go for this. No, they're going to punt it. Okay. So Colorado will get the ball back with maybe 5 to 7 seconds left. Enough for 2 plays. If they play their cards right, of course. Please be a fake punt. I'd love to see a fake punt here. Fake punt, fake punt. Give him yam range. Yam range, yam range, yam range. That's what we're asking for. So not a fake. They'll actually punt it here. They'll let it go. So 5 seconds left. Not looking like they're going to get 2 plays out of this unless they get out of bounds. So not looking good for Colorado. Does Johnny Snot have it in him? We never see him throw it. It's always TJ Luke. So does Johnny Snot have a nice ball? Snot steps up. The Snot rocket ball's on the ground! He couldn't even get it off! The offensive lineman goes down! Texas Tech wins it at the whistle! What a play from Johnny Snot! The Snot rocket right into the turf. Incredible aura. The aura of Johnny Snot. I like his commitment to the triple option. He's not going to yam it deep. Incredible job by Texas Tech to win that game. Row Bierman ran out the clock just enough. And Texas Tech with another critical victory here. And folks, that is a Texas Tech cover. So Coach Moon wanted a replay. We'll just quickly show him what happened. I don't know if he missed it or not, but so you need to yam it deep, of course. Pocket starts collapsing a little bit. He steps up. He does evade. Good job there. But his arm gets caught as he's gearing up for the yam on the big booty cheeks of the offensive lineman, and it actually knocks the ball out. So he dumps it backwards, ball's on the ground, the offensive lineman picks it up, he's running, but that's a tall task to score on that. You're not scoring there. So scoring summary looks like this. Bierman, Mashburn get in. Bierman again, Jetster, of course, no touchdowns for Manju Moonman. He's allergic to the end zone. Garrett Gamara, 18 of 27, 242 and 2 touchdowns. Bierman, 89 yards and 2 touchdowns. Moonman, 7 for 146. 2 catches for Jesse Jetster. Frederico Oaks, 11 pancakes. Chadwick Tonda, 11 tackles. 3 TFLs for Tonda and Timmons. No picks. 3 deflections. The fumble for Jerry McDaniel. Colorado, Johnny Snot, 17-25, 248, and 2 touchdowns. Mashburn, 59 yards on the ground and 1 touchdown. They really just couldn't run the ball today. And on defense, Vanderhosen leads the way in tackles. TFLs go to Lonnie Thomas. The sack for Dominic Davis. No interceptions. 2 deflections for Vanderhosen and no fumbles. All right, guys, we got one more game on BearCave today, and then we will jump into game day for Coach Phi against Tulane, undefeated Tulane. Critical Conference USA game there. So that's a Texas Tech cover for those of you guys scoring your BearCave at home. Remember, rankings and everything will be updated later tonight in the server. Long BearCave here today, just the way we like it. I'm going to have like a 15 to 17 hour day today. Ooh-hee-oy-oy-oy-oy. So our last game of the day is going to the ACC. Georgia Tech started out 0-3 on BearCave, and now they're on a 4-game win streak. Very similar to last season for Coach Mike. Coach Mike, if you're here, let me know. Heads or tails, kick or receive. Same thing for you, Coach Sirlaxis Brio. The best team in the nation on paper. So North Carolina, 7-point spread in their favor here. Can Georgia Tech and Kai Oyama knock them off? Gonna be interesting. Sirlaxis Brio is here, the transfer portal merchant. Tails and kick. So very, very interesting game here. Georgia Tech really can't take another loss. This is a critical game, cross-divisional for Georgia Tech to keep pace with East Carolina and Florida State. And for North Carolina, just extending their lead against Maryland. They can start to talk about clinching the division since Maryland lost today if they win a couple of more weeks in a row. Yeah, Georgia Tech does always have your number. So we'll see if the best team in the nation, Bob Rubshaw, can they show up here today? At least on paper, you're the best team in the nation. They've really just not been themselves, in my opinion, since they lost that national championship game. So here we go. Georgia Tech, UNC. ACC cross-divisional rivalry. One of the perennial recruiting god / reward player gods versus the transfer portal god. You say the name Sirlaxis Bryo and people shiver in their boots. The Deion Sanders of the SFA. So here we go. It's a receive for Coach Georgia Tech. Let's see what happens. Zeros on both sides. Georgia Tech at home. 7-0 for UNC. Georgia Tech hanging in there. 14-0 for UNC. Kaioyama, you guys have got to strike. 14-0, 21-0 for UNC. This might be a bloodbath. Georgia Tech gets one back before the end. Third quarter. UNC adds points. Georgia Tech gets a touchdown. That's huge. It's back within 2 scores. They have some momentum. Can they find a way? It's fourth quarter now. You've got to score. And Kaioyama throws a pick to Brutus Meatcake. Not like this. Please. And an interception. Bob Rubshaw's picked right back. Can Georgia Tech find it? Yes, they do. Georgia Tech finding the will to live. It's fourth down. Georgia Tech's getting the ball right back. Here come the Yellow Jackets. They're across the 50, a 31-yarder. They're in scoring range. Not like this for the Tar Heels. It's goal to go. They were up 21-3. Do my eyes deceive me? What is happening? Another penalty. Here we go. 3rd and 1 at the 50. UNC down by 4. Split backs. The handoff for Hulk Hogan. Up the gut. Or Hodge is now in. David Hodge. I guess it's a backup depth guy, but they're across the 50, down by 4. They need a touchdown. Split backs for Bob. Bob Rubshaw yams it deep to the corner. Oh, what a throw! One of the best quarterbacks in the nation finds his man. Mike Manning. As that's a new record. He breaks Garrett, who won a Heisman for Sirlaxis Bryo. One of the weirder random Heismans we've ever seen. But Bob Rubshaw, of course, spent his freshman year redshirted at Auburn and now has been a career starter at UNC. Quick option. Bob, he takes it himself. He has that sneaky speed when he was supposed to be a tree stump. Now Georgia Tech and Coach Mike in his beautiful suit start to take some timeouts here to try and maintain some time. 2nd and 1, 90 seconds left. It's a keeper for Bob. Nobody saw him. Bob to the end zone. Touchdown, Rubshaw. UNC takes the lead. Just like that, UNC back on top. So here comes the question. Kaioyama Legacy Drive. We saw Conrad Gatterdam control his demons and get them a chance at the field goal. It didn't work out, but he did his job. Will Kaioyama do his job for once? Now, I think it's more at the beginning of the season for Georgia Tech where they suck, but because they have 4 straight wins. They've crawled themselves out of the hole. They're still not out of it. They want to get back to the playoff. They've got to pretty much win out here. This game would be a massive win for them. The main event of BearCave. Kaioyama under center. 90 seconds left in a dream. All they need is a field goal. Oyama, he'll throw, he'll run. He evades the defensive lineman. He gets some room. It's a big play for Kaioyama. I believe he evaded Bankston Graves, the Washington transfer, the SFA player. 1st and 10 now. They are in fringe jam range now. Georgia Tech takes off and he gets sacked. Oh, that's a good point there, Dogwater, to boost my strength of record as well. Because you would get a nice quality win. I'd get a nice quality win. Everything works out. Let's go, Georgia Tech. Quick throw to no man's land. Maybe some miscommunication there with Renzo Kingston. Maybe he thought he's going to sit down for a quick screen. So 3rd and 10 for Kai Oyama. Back under center trips. Kai. Yams it deep down the left side. 50-50, incomplete. Trying to find Renzo Kingston, one of the more underrated receivers in the SFA, and they played him to perfection. So 4th down, game on the line. Can UNC find a way? Big test for them. Drop back, quick throw, the floaty, it's caught! Renzo Kingston keeps the drive alive. Georgia Tech not going to go away that easily in this rivalry. Remember, this used to be a divisional matchup where Georgia Tech, UNC, and East Carolina would all just beat each other every year. Georgia Tech now, quick throw. So even though it is a cross-divisional game, there's a lot of history in this matchup. I love how Alexis Bryo is complaining about a 97 overall defense. Split backs for Georgia Tech. They're fringe jam range. Jason Parks does have a leg, but he's not the most accurate. But there goes Kai Oyama. He is in range. But now they're flirting with a victory. And all of UNC is long swallowing here. They are gulping down their feelings. They might have just blown this game. Kai Oyama getting it done with his feet. He evades, he cuts. Oh, what a play from the linebacker to cut him down. That's another sack. It's key this time. So down by 3, 34 seconds, 1 timeout remaining for Coach Mike. 2nd and 10. They'll drop back. It's Kai. He finds a way upfield. He's gonna get 3. Maybe he's just trying to center it for the kick. Judging by the way Kai Oyama plays, I wouldn't be surprised. Kai Oyama drops back. Kai over the middle. It's a floaty. Oh, it tipped away by Key. He saves the game just barely. And here comes Jason Parks to tie it up. He's 0 for 1 on the day. It's a 37-yarder from center field. The kick is up, and it's good! So looking like we get free football, folks, in the main event. 31-31. Let's hope this game isn't like the IRL Georgia Tech and Georgia game from last year that went 8 overtimes. Here's Hulk Ho again. He's on the return. Look at the big beefy boy. So 9 seconds left here for UNC. They are in fringe jam range. They do have a timeout. You never know with Bob Rubshaw, one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Hulk Ho again in the backfield. Drops back, has plenty of time over the middle, finds his man. They are in yam range now. It's Max Yager, the SFA tight end, the transfer from Texas. Remember, this team built pretty much only on transfers now that Jamison LaCosta is gone. IGRs and transfers for Alexis Bryo. Here we go. 60 yards away from victory. Bob Rubshaw. He's going to go down. Sacked by Napoleon Steele, the reward player. I told you this game was transfer portal versus rewards and recruiting. A true microcosm of the variability in the SFA. Alexis Bryo, if you're still here, heads or tails, offense or defense? I'll give you a couple of seconds here to respond as we got OT. So yeah, a true clash of the people who are good in the transfer portal versus good in recruiting / rewards. So tails doesn't work. We'll see UNC first. Can Georgia Tech complete the shocker? 17 people here. Thanks for sticking with us on a long BearCave. Bob Rubshaw hands it to Hulk Ho again. And he carries them for 20! What a carry for Hulk. 31-31. You got to think, how long can Kai Oyama hang with Bob Rubshaw? Hand off to the outside. Oh, they're going to get him down. It's Napoleon Steele again. Reed Nakamoto was in the area. What a game we've got brewing here, folks. You're exactly right, Nathan. This dude is a truck. The big body in the backfield. He belongs in Big Booty Bloomington. There goes Bob Rubshaw again. He cuts upfield. He stretches down to the 1. 3rd and goal for UNC. We saw Rutgers get stuffed on the goal line earlier today. Will it happen again for UNC? Shotgun formation, 3rd and goal. The handoff to Hulk up the gut. Touchdown, UNC. He went one-on-one with a linebacker. You're not winning that one. So the extra point. And the touchdown lead for the Tar Heels. Check in on Coach Tribe. Waiting for his Kareem Paul injury update. So for Georgia Tech, they need a touchdown to keep pace here with UNC, where they risk their 4th loss of the season. QB contained. Kai Oyama yams it deep. First play. Oh, what a throw! Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they're going for 2! They're going for 2 in the win! What a game! What a change of momentum! Here come the Yellow Jackets! Game on the line, number 2 on the ropes. It's Kai Oyama. He takes it himself. He's going to be short. They lose. They lose. UNC wins it. What the heck? Not like this. Georgia Tech gave them everything they had, and it still wasn't enough. Bob Rubshaw and the Tar Heels just win it by an inch. Incredible ball game here. 38-37 overtime. That was incredible, as Georgia Tech takes their 4th loss of the season as one of the best teams in the nation. And folks, that is a 1-point no cover for UNC. Truly pressed to the brink. UNC proving that they can handle these teams. Are they poised for another national championship run? My controller disconnected, but we're good. So 38-37. Man, what a game. Insane ending. Coach Mike, a disappointing loss. But Bob Rubshaw, 16 of 25, 306, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Blanchard, Hogan, Rubshaw all carried the ball pretty well today. Tally, Manning, just this offense is just so good. Anybody can beat you on any night, it seems. And Tony Key, he had an amazing drive. Brutus Meatcake with 15 tackles. Like, that is just ridiculous. Tons of TFLs. 3 sacks. The interception for Brutus. It's just, this team is so good. It just might be Cyril Axis Bryo's year, man. Georgia Tech, Kai Oyama, 17 of 30, 279, 3 touchdowns. He did his very best at the end. He thought he could take it himself up the gut, just a yard short. Some big plays there at the end. Reed Nakamoto with 9 tackles, Steele with 9. He had 3 TFLs, 2 total sacks. The pick for Cedric Hawkins. Yeah, Legacy it got kicked for inactivity. He just had some account issues. His accounts were hacked and stuff, so yeah, he's not here anymore. Man, what a bear cave. Remember, folks, before we get out of here, we always preview next week. And next week is the last week of unique game day settings. So that means we'll have a second game day start to be eligible for the Road to the Conference Championships, as that is a UNC no cover for those of you guys scoring at home. And I did pay that one out. So we got 2-hour Bear Cave, a lot of jumping into a lot of different games. We already did start a little late as well. So this is definitely going to be a longer night for many. I'm sticking with the same schedule. I won't be pushing anything. This will be our game day coming up next. Just want to make sure we have no other games. And yes, next week is the last week where we can't have duplicates as Big Booty Bloomington comes to Madison. Coach Nathan takes on Coach TC. Purdue in Illinois, Michigan State, Michigan, Texas, and Baylor. That's going to be a massive game. Georgia, Arkansas, UNLV. Florida State, Georgia Tech. This just might need to be game day, except it can't be. Womp. Let's see. Come on, give us a beautiful matchup here. What do we got? Washington having a great season. Tough loss for Arizona today. Miami, Clemson. Notre Dame, Navy. USC, Iowa State, Oklahoma might just be the game day next week. That could decide the division. Stanford, Oregon. Nebraska, Mizzou. Penn State, Ohio State, another great game. Auburn, Florida. All right, folks, so that's going to do it for this stream. As always, VODs will be available later on tonight. And I'm going to take about a 5-minute break, get geared up for game day. And I'll see you guys here in a couple minutes.